Hey guys, Nate's Not the King here, actual Nate's Not the King. Just saying, I tried to get the video out as fast as I can. I've had some issues and I've got it coming, and I hope you guys enjoy my videos. Sometimes it's gonna take a while, sometimes I have other things to do, I have work, so can't always be doing videos. I hope you guys enjoy the next video, and I hope you enjoy this video. Hey there guys, Nate's Not the King, and anyway, I just want everyone to know here that I am lost. Anyway, today I'm gonna be making a video about the Babysitter movie. If you guys don't know, that movie is a pretty good movie that goes into a character named Cole being chased by these teen bloodthirsty people, and he's got to try to survive, and he's got to learn from what he's done before. It's a pretty good story, pretty good plot, and I like to cover it. Let's get into it. Let's start with the story. It could be like spoiled, and I mean it wouldn't be that great. We start out with a character named Cole, which when I think of Cole, I think of Minecraft Cole. We see him get a shot by the nurse, which I like this nurse, but he's kind of like, sometimes these characters feel like they're a little bit over exaggerated. That's kind of how this whole movie feels sometimes. I think it's a pretty good movie. I love it myself. It's probably one of my top horror comedy movies. I say I'm already gonna enjoy talking about this, and I'm really excited to keep going. I'm trying to get a shot, and we gotta remember this because he's like very scared. He's like going, "Oh fuck no, man, no," and the guy's going like, "What the fuck are you doing, man? You be a pussy? Being a fucking pussy?" After he gets a shot, we see literally, I'm pretty sure he's the basketball coach, literally throw a basketball at his head and go, "Pussy." Really just shows how they just think he's a pussy, and it's just trying to show he's pussy. It's just like, he's a cat. He's the cat in the hat. He's on his way back from school, and on the way back, there's these little fuckers. I'm calling them fuckers for the rest of the movie because I hate them, and I'm glad they're not in the second movie because I hate those fuckers. These fuckers come up on Cole and go, "Hey man, how you hanging? Yeah, cool, nah, sick pee." And they're bullying him, saying, fuck someone. Did you ever fuck someone? No, you fucking virgin. And then B comes up, some badass music plays while she walks up. Then it's supposed to show the relationship between Cole and B stands up for Cole, stabs the fucking tire. Our antagonist, B. Okay, just hear me out here. B is our antagonist. She looks beautiful, and oh my god, why am I saying she's an antagonist? She's literally the world. Not fucking with you guys. No, she literally is the culprit behind all this mastermind. Like, the trailers, I've never watched the real trailers because they literally spoil a lot of the movie for these movies, and I'm like, my man, he looks at some jugs. He's, staring at B's tits. Showing Cole's a pervert. That's like his whole goal in the movie, is just be the pervert of the movie. So next we see, he's at home now, and he's talking to his parents. They were like, "Oh, I'm watching fucking Madman." And she's like, "You wouldn't like it." So he's like, "Fuck you, I'm not gonna go watch it in my bedroom." So he goes down, but she asks, "Hey, can you clean up your toys?" Picks one toy up and doesn't really clean it. Remember that. He picks up the toy and he takes it to the room, and then he figures, hey, why don't I just watch Madman myself? Like, fuck my mom. I don't need her approval. He doesn't like it. He literally goes, who cares? Maybe some people care. So we also see a scene with his mom and his dad where his mom's trying to get these spiders and showing his arachnophobia, and she's like, sometimes you're not a pussy, but you just gotta go through things. And the dad's like, it's always okay to be a little bit scared. And, you know, those are words that stick in his mind throughout the movie. You know, he's trying to drive and he's like, the dad's going like, oh, this is what you do when you're anxiety. Son's like, okay, fine, I'm sorry, I just don't want to drive. And then, I'm not even driving, so I understand that. I really understand that. He goes, okay, so I can't drive, I know I'm a pussy. And says that in front of his mom. Of course, again, pussy. He's fucking pussy, that's all we gotta learn from this movie. Cole's fucking a pussy. The next day, we see Cole's perspective as he's walking down the hallway, and he sees his parents. They're like, "Oh, Cole, don't misbehave. You know, call us if you need us. Don't need us." And then B comes in. And you go, "What up, B? What up, C?" B's like, "Okay, come on, let's go. We're gonna have some fucking fun tonight." And so later on, they have like a cool little thing showing their relationship. Nice little relationship. It's fun. It's cute. Nerdy. You know, the meats. I like the Star Trek and then the whole Alien Ripple. That's really fun because I really like those movies. So that's pretty cool to see. So later in the night, at the end, when she's trying to get him to go to sleep, she gives him a double shot. He says, "Hey, aren't you gonna come join me? Like, come on, man. You're gonna make me drink, but not you." And then when she comes back, he fakes he drinks it. He throws it into the pot, and then right when she comes back, he Hi, Brad. How you doing today, buddy? Do you want to tell the audience how you're doing? So he pretends to drink it, and then he's like, okay, I'm tired actually. And kind of good, he fakes to be tired. I mean, it comes in later. Okay, so he goes to sleep, and then he calls Melanie, and he's saying like people came in because they were talking about how, oh, babysitters do stuff when you're not, you know, when you're asleep and you're trying to. So she's like, okay, why don't you see what they're doing? Probably it's an orgy. And then he's like, oh. And then she's like, you're a fucking perv. And like, fucking you, Melanie. You're the fucking perv. When he goes out to go see them, they're all introduced in this little spin the bottle intro that I love, actually. Also, Max. Love you, man. It's the best character in this movie is Max. Like, he literally showed encouragement to Cole while trying to fucking kill him.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about, Cole! Come on, buddy!
That's what I'm talking about. He is... They get to Sam, and then they go around kissing, and she's gotta kiss everyone. And when she gets to the nerdy boy, she goes, it's okay. And then the dude goes, I don't wanna be porpoise. Alex is like, did you just say porpoise? Okay, well, we have to get the children's blood, the innocent's blood. And then Cole's like, fuck, that's me. And then it's like, what the fuck? He goes up and he ties some blankets. He's trying to throw it out the window. He calls the cops. The cops say to run, and then he said he's gonna hide. He pretends to be asleep, and they drain blood, showing one of his already progressions where he can be able to get his blood drawn by just sitting there, and he was just having an issue with the needle earlier. He's already having to go through all this, and his mental health must be terrible at the end of this movie, which shown in the next movie, my man's fucked.
Toss this pussy into the mental ward, guys.
After he gets his blood drawn, they go down, and she realizes the window's open. Why the fuck's the window open? Then sees the blankets, and then she's like, kinda sus. Not gonna lie. He gets right up after they draw his blood and faints. You know, loss of blood, of course, that's why. And got up too fast. And then we see her at the back of the door. She waited there, which I've done it before, and I stopped it, and I'm like, when did she, when is she shown there? Why did they keep the continuity to see her before it's like, flash, she's there? Because it just looks like she teleported. I don't know. What am I saying? You know what? I realized in this point of the video, I have not said any of the characters' names, all of them. I gotta introduce them now because they're gonna become the main part. Max, you know how I feel about Max. Allison, Sonia, and John. I mean, my least favorite has to be John. I don't see you as a murderer, man. You just... No. He wakes up and he's like, why is Alex, shirtless? Which, like, oh, we're all cool, right? Yeah. Well, I didn't see anything. You didn't see anything? Cool. And then they're like, we could see cutting the frickin' behind the mirror. We don't care. You know what? We can let you free. It's okay. We never saw anything. It's all misunderstanding, right? The cops are here. They're trying to, go, oh my god. What the fuck, Cole? I thought you said you didn't see anything. If you didn't see anything, why are the cops here, Cole? Huh, Cole? And so, the cops come in, and Allison's like, oh, we're all fucked, and then Max grabs a pitchfork. Once they step in, Max throws the pitchfork, and does my favorite little death scene. Chops his head off, with just going like, with the force of his hand, going, and I love that part. That's one of my favorite scenes in the movie. So after that, the guy shoots Allison in the boob after he first gets shot, not the second time, sorry. Totally forgot that. Allison gets shot in the boob, and then after they finally kill the second guard, they were like, oh, Cole, how do you say all clear? And he's like, how do I know? And she's like, you look away when you lie. And you're like, you always wanted to be a cop. And he's like, oh, the code is, he says the code. And she's like, okay, so that's not really the code. Give us the full code. He's like, oh my god. And he gives her the full code. Allison starts complaining about her fucking boob being shot. And they're like, well, step back, she's okay. And then Sonia's like, oh, I gotta press this tit. And then, she's like, you're fucking monster. And while they're distracted thinking about Allison's boobs, Cole gets away. So he starts running, and then, King Botch starts following him. He goes up the stairs, and then he, Cole just gives him a light little tap. And since the toys weren't picked up, like I said, remember that, King Botch steps on one, goes back, and
Hey, stay home alone. Oh, shit.
Right in the jugular.
pretty cool kill. Another one. Not the best one there, but, gotta give it a dual machete for the lamest kill. Goes out the window after Alex tries to pull him up. He falls down, goes and grabs, a fat dragon, a sheet, a lighter. He got a screwdriver too. And then, since there was a can of spray for the bugs, just remember that. He goes into the little crawl space that he was talking to his mom about. And he goes under a sheet, and then she comes in, and, she's like, oh, she's like, where are you? She's about to go again, and then he flicks a fucking spider, and it hits the mouse trap, making a loud noise, and she's like, I hear you. And then he shoots the fat dragon, and it misses her, and then he climbs out after, getting her hands trapped in some mouse traps, and then he drilled in the fucking thing, and then he sprayed it, and since the fat dragon went off, it exploded the place, and he flew back. And Alex comes back and I'm like, did you just kill Sonia? And then he's like, well, I'll give you some minutes to go. Go ahead. And then, you know, after Alex starts chasing him, Alex catches him after Cole drops like a bag of rocks and tries to kick him in the dick. But, you know, misses his dick. You know, because he's pretty upset because he's got a big dick. And he's like, pretty missed it. And I'm like, once Alex catches up with him, he picks him up and then he hears eggs. And it's that fucking wad. That fuck not. Throwing eggs. Egging a house. Who eggs houses nowadays? Why would you egg a house too? That nowadays with those security, you never know what the fuck you can get caught on now. I hope you colonoscopy. Pulls him up, throws an egg on his head. And he's like, fuck you, bitch. Pussy. Okay. Bye. And then he goes off, and then Max is like, you talk too much.
You talk too much.
Then he falls off to a treehouse with a point that really he starts becoming like Jason Voorhees, where he's like, oh, he's going up the climb, and he's like, I found you. He's going up the thing, and you see him spears, and then he's right behind him. You know, he starts choking him, but takes the egg off his face because he's like, you know, you die in dignity. When he is about to kill him, the weight of his foot breaks the plank, and then he falls. And when he falls, he somehow the rope gets around his neck and becomes a noose, and it just like kills him. And since his hands were so slippery, he couldn't hang on to like the little, you know. And Cole somehow survived that one because he landed right on top of somehow. That one I don't understand, and I don't think Alex should have ever died. I thought it works. B starts shooting, and Cole's like, why are there guns? And starts running. And then he finds Melanie, which, fuck Melanie. Anyway, he leaves, goes back to the house, and sees everything's covered up, nothing's there. And then he goes into the kitchen, Allison's like, ah! And then he's like, and then right before she kills him, she gets shot in the head, and her head explodes. And then B's like, what the fuck? And then she's like, you know, we can help you. And then he's like, I want to know what this is. And then he's like, I'm gonna burn your book. And then he's like, I was once like you, scared and alone, like me, scared and alone. That noise, it's freaking me out. Anyway, she's like, I used to be like you. And then he's like, I'm not a kid. Burns the book, throws it, and then he goes into a car, drives the car onto B, and ramps it up like he did he was trying to do with the car. He ramps it up and hits the house with the great and famous,
just trust me. Fuck you! Cole. No, you know what? You deserve that what? Just because I'm 12 means I get to be treated like total shit by you.
What happens when you leave here?
What do you mean?
You just used me to get what you wanted. So you have a plan.
Yeah, we just say they attacked us.
I got him.
Wanted?
I guess I have a plan too.
We are the champions. Their parents come back and they're like, Cole, are you okay? And he's like, I don't need a babysitter.
I don't need a babysitter anymore.
He walks off, and, you know, end credits. Until you see B still alive. That was the babysitter, basically. Pro cons, things I like. I think that this was a really good movie, and it was very funny. And it just really brought a lot of my nostalgia back, because when I was younger I grew up in like 80s, and so it wouldn't be as interesting, but like I still think that this is still a good movie. Just, it has its flaws. Some of the laws of physics that allow Cole to still be alive, it makes no sense, and yeah, that's a con, and it really just throws some things off. All the skits or something, all the like hits, some of them are just so annoying. I get it, yeah, that's not fun. But I really think if we look at what this story is and what most of the actors and how they acted, these are some of the greatest actors that I think. Maybe King Bach could do better not being a killer, because I don't think he's a really good killer, and he doesn't give me that. Sonya did a pretty good, the person who played Sonya, really great job. The person who played Max, he's really great in Upload. That's all I'm gonna say. And the person who played B is the most phenomenal actor I've known to play horror things. I don't remember the name of the movie, but she's in a new home. She just got married, and then like the family starts murdering each other. That is a really good movie, and she was really great in that. What is my rating of this movie? I mean, I did say that this is one of my favorite movies, but it has a lot of flaws. I can't just ignore the flaws this movie has. This movie is really just it's got the great qualities, and it has very great potential, and I see it in it. I'm pretty sure other people do too. It's just, I think maybe there was a little bit too much of making the adults stupid. That's always the worst thing I hate, are making the adults stupid. And I just wish they could evolve one day. You can make a great thing out of anything, and we just have to hit the right amount of, you have to hit gold. Some people will strike gold, some people don't. I probably won't strike gold, and then I'll be forgotten just like everybody else. This is the end. Every time you go around and around and around, this is the end. You go through every video and you see that everything has an end, and there needs to be that goal to make something good. It might not be good, but at least the people who worked on it tried. These people really tried. There's soul behind the movie. Maybe too much in your face things, yes. This still doesn't take away from how much heart and how much memories obviously are coming from these people who wrote and made this film. It's a great film, and I say watch it, but I give it a 7 out of 10. 7 Nick Kings out of 10. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hello? Is anyone in there?